The beginning of the story talks about Zen, an ambitious and dreamy young woman. She worked hard to achieve her goals and had a clear plan for her future. However, over time, she began to feel tired and depressed, and she could no longer focus on what she wanted well. She felt anxious and stressed and tried hard to alleviate this psychological condition through practicing yoga and meditation, but to no avail. This is what prompted her to try a new and unfamiliar experience to get rid of her chronic mental state. The first turning point in the story is the relaxation day that Zen decided to have, and her attempt to relieve her stress and anxiety through practicing yoga and meditation. Zen tried her best to relax and focus on her breathing to achieve inner peace, but she didn't succeed. She felt constantly tense and anxious, and she was struggling with concentration and attention problems. This day was the first turning point in the story where Zen realized that she needed something more effective to address her mental state. The second turning point in the story is Zen's decision to do something unconventional to get rid of her deteriorating mental state. Zen decided to completely empty her mind and let everything pass without thinking about it. This step was bold and completely different from what she used to do in the past, where she worked on focusing and thinking about everything. However, she realized that she needed something different and that she needed to get rid of the stress and psychological pressure she was suffering from. This decision was crucial in changing her mental state and correcting the course of her life. After Zen made the decision to empty her mind and let everything pass without thinking about it, she tried it out. She began by sitting in a quiet, comfortable, and non-distracting place. Then she started to focus on her breathing and get rid of all the thoughts that came to her mind. At first, it was difficult for Zen to let go of the thoughts that occupied her mind, but she gradually began to feel relaxed. After a short period of time, Zen felt that she was able to completely empty her mind and let everything pass without thinking about it. This experience was full of inner peace and tranquility, and Zen felt a great sense of liberation from the mental burdens she had been suffering from before. This experience was a liberating one for her, as she felt that she had been freed from the psychological pressures and stress that had been troubling her. After the experience, Zen felt renewed and refreshed, and she was able to focus better and be more productive. From here, Zen began to practice this technique regularly, and she felt a continuous improvement in her mental state and, consequently, in her life in general. The third turning point in the story is Zen's transformation after the experience, and the beginning of her regular practice of emptying her mind. Zen started to practice this technique daily, and she felt a continuous improvement in her mental and practical state. She became more productive, focused, and was able to manage her time better. Zen began to feel happy and satisfied with herself, and she became more confident in her abilities and skills. She was able to achieve her goals faster and better, and she succeeded in many personal and professional projects that she had set for herself. Overall, Zen became a mentally balanced person who was loved by her friends and family. She enjoyed good health and a happy life, and she felt capable of facing any challenge that came her way. And all of this was due to her bold and different experience of emptying her mind and letting everything pass without thinking about it. The positive results that Zen achieved after her regular practice of emptying her mind were numerous and varied. Zen felt a significant improvement in her mental and practical state, and she became more productive and focused. She also became better at managing her time and achieving more of the goals she set for herself. One of the most important results that Zen achieved was the feeling of happiness and inner peace that she had not experienced for a long time. She was liberated from the mental burdens that had been blocking her path, and she became better at dealing with challenges in a more effective way. She also became more confident in her abilities and skills, and was able to achieve success in many areas she worked on. Overall, Zen's life became better and happier, and she felt a sense of mental and physical balance. And all of this was thanks to the bold decision Zen made to try something new and different, and to let go of the negative thoughts that had been troubling her. In conclusion, it can be said that Zen's story has become a source of inspiration for many around the world. It is a story of courage and challenge, and of how to overcome the psychological pressures, stress, and burdens that may afflict us in life. Through her bold experience, Zen became a strong and influential personality, and succeeded in achieving many of the goals she set for herself. Thanks to her story, Zen has become a source of inspiration for many who are struggling with psychological pressures and stress, and who are looking for ways to overcome them and achieve happiness and inner peace. Therefore, Zen's story is considered a source of inspiration and motivation for man. Why? Reminding us that we can always overcome the difficulties and challenges we face, and that courage and challenge can produce amazing positive results around the world.